Hello and welcome to our first ever dual com on JoyPadandMe. This is a part of the Quest for XP series, and I'd like to introduce Aaron, or AK.
Hello, I'm AK, otherwise known as AK, aka AK.
So I brought AK along because he's a much more superior first person shooter player than me. Pretty well known for Battlefield, and as you'll see from the video, a little bit tasty at S&D on COD. So first of all, just like to do, Aaron, just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your gaming history.
Alright, okay, so first of all, as I said, I'm AK. I've been playing PlayStation for 6-7 years straight online, ever since PS3 was launched. Started off on Call of Duty 4, or before that I played Counter-Strike, but started on Call of Duty 4 and, well, fell in love with shooters. Hit Modern Warfare 2, then Black Ops came out, hated Black Ops, went to Battlefield, played Battlefield, now I'm back on Black Ops 2, and yeah, I just play games, part of a gaming clan, SNC, hello if you're listening, and that's about me. I just play games.
Yeah. So you're part of a clan. What do you do in your SNC clan?
Well, until recently, I was the Battlefield platoon leader, or group leader, sorry. So I used to run the whole group leader show, or the group show, organise events, ICs, things. I recently stepped down this week because, well, I got other real life problems, and I still play. We just get together and we just pub stomp, basically, is all we do.
Hours of fun doing the pub stomping. So you recently moved over to COD Ops 2.
Not entirely. I'll still play Black Ops when I get my mouse. Battlefield when I get my mouse back. But until my little gaming mouse comes back, then I'm not playing Battlefield.
So yeah, this is the aim-on mouse which you've got a review up for on the site. Yeah. So there you go. A little bit of cheating always makes you feel a little bit better when you're playing Battlefield 3.
No, it doesn't. It's just you can tell Battlefield is designed for PC, so when you play it, it feels a lot better with a mouse. It feels a lot smoother, whereas if you played COD with a mouse, it's a lot more jittery and fast. So you get the contrast, and it's quite nice.
Quick little tips. So you're a bit notorious in your clan for playing Search and Destroy. So what do you like about that game type?
I just like the stay alive factor. I think it's do what you can to stay alive. If not, you're not gonna score points if you don't live. Really, it's not like sort of domination where you could just spawn and then run straight back to where you were. Hence why my KD is awful. But with search, you can just you stay alive. You got that factor, and you're a lot more on edge. And I tend to perform better when I'm playing it.
So what's more important for you, the kills or the plant?
A bit of both, whatever the objective is. As I said, I think I did one of my demonstration posts if it's up for reading. But the whole PTFO factor, the play the fucking objective, is basically whether it's a kill, defend, capture the flag, plant a bomb, kill a UAV. I don't care. That's the objective, and that's the points for me.
So score per minute's more important than KD?
Definitely, in my opinion. If you're not playing the objective, then you're not winning, and people who have high KD tend to camp a lot, so controversial.
No, it's not controversial for me, because I think the same thing, which is so to have a debate, but don't worry, that's fine. So obviously, just looking at your gameplay, you tend to use both your weapons silenced. Is there a reason for that?
In search, yeah, it is. The whole point of a silenced weapon is to stay off the radar, and I don't like attracting attention to myself unless I'm sort of like the one or two men alive. But that's a different tactic. But the whole search weapon thing, the only reason why silenced weapons aren't used as much is because people think it makes them weaker, and it only makes them weaker over more of a distance. So what you'll get is, in a map like Raid, which we're playing now, there's not many long distance shots, so if you get a nice gun and you've got a good trigger finger, the silencer is a great way to go, because they've got no idea where you are.
Well, it does show that your slightly embarrassing kill was when you were losing the ballista unsilenced when you picked up off somebody else. Is that something you generally do, pick up someone else's weapon, or not really?
If I need to reload and I know there's someone around the corner and there's a weapon nearby, I'll pick it up. It's just the way to go. If you watch some of my Battlefield gameplay, if I could get some, if I'm running around, then I know that there's other people around the corner, but I haven't got time to reload. I'll always pick up the dead man's gun, because it's more than likely going to have more bullets in it, and bullets equal kills that way.
Makes complete sense. Using the FAL, what setup do you run on it?
Well, it depends. It depends on what I'm playing, really.
Just in the search gameplay.
In search gameplay, I'll always use dexterity and toughness with the FAL more particular, and then I'll swap between flak jacket and ghost or lightweight, depending on how I feel like playing. But dexterity, obviously, you bring your gun up faster after sprinting, and toughness, you don't flinch as much. I can't stand being killed when someone gets a second hit on you and bounces your gun up in the air. So I'll always use M2 to make sure that I'm as accurate as possible. And then the choice between Ghost and the others, I have multiple classes set up. So one with Ghost would be when I want to rush mainly, and they've got UAVs, so I'll whack that on and just sprint and run more, and then end up hopefully behind them. This is the idea of how I play. So if you end up behind them, you're going to win.
Your kill streaks were set quite high in the gameplay. Is that generally thinking?
That was because we were playing Dom just beforehand.
And you forgot to swap it back, didn't you?
I forgot to swap it back. I usually run UAV, Hunter Killer, and a care package, because Hunter Killer is always useful because it'll go for radars as well, and UAV help your team out, and then the care package is just a surprise for everyone. I mean, I've got swarms before dogs, or even the orbital VSAT, so it's always a nice surprise.
Yeah, I will say that I wasn't actually trying to steal your care package. I was just trying to change it for you, which didn't end up happening. But it wasn't an attempted theft, I promise. So with the equipment, do you use equipment? You use attachments and equipment for your gun.
Well, attachments, I'll always run silencer and Steve. I call it my Steve class, which isn't in this gameplay, but because it was private games. But my pub games, I have Steve on, which is the little moustache you line up with people's faces. Love that sight for some weird reason. But any other gun I'll use is just a normal red dot or the cross. Don't really use fast mags or anything like that. You don't really need them for search if you're playing the way I play, because I'm quite reserved in some cases. But if you're rushing, I'd say fast mags is a definite. You definitely need that. In terms of equipment, I don't believe in equipment, if that makes sense. In terms of like hackets, or what are they called? Hackers? The hacket.
The black hat.
Black hat. That's it. I call them hackets. But yeah, I don't use them because they consume time, and in search and destroy, if you're sitting there busy hacking some enemy stealth chopper or UAV, someone's going to come up behind you, and that's usually my luck. So I'll use engineer if they're known, or the team I know they're going to use loads of bouncing betties or tubes or sentry guns. I know that I need to use engineer to counter that and know where everything is. Or bouncing betties if I feel like being a noob, really. I like putting them around because they annoy people a lot.
Yeah, that's one good thing about hardcore is the fact that you have to be a bit more reserved with your use of equipment.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, thank you very much for this. This is, again, only a quick little introduction. We're going to be bringing these videos hopefully to you a few times for a few different games, from Battlefield to Call of Duty to other first-person shooters. So thank you very much, Aaron, for joining us, and we'll speak to you later.
Thank you very much.